We have
College.
here in the school. Words. College. Yeah.
College.
Wiki, 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 wiki word. Fresh.
We're on air.
Hello friends! My name is Cassie and this
It's Morgan.
Woo! She is my roommate for next year, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
And today we are coming at you with a video all about how to survive freshman year. A little bit of a backstory. We both had terrible first semesters. I know I didn't have any friends. I wasn't doing anything except my school.
There were definitely good parts, but I would say that the transition was just a
Really
little
freaking
rockier.
hard.
Yeah, you think of yourself as like a friendly person, like, oh, I'm gonna be like outgoing and everything, but it's definitely a lot to get used to all of the different things in a different environment and still be like that version of yourself that you thought was there.
Yeah. We have a list of things that we want to share with you guys, both tips and just things to keep in mind when you come into college. By the way, we go to Pacific Lutheran University. Our first tip is to get involved.
Well, we both do theater and stuff, so I think it's pretty easy for us to just go out and audition for things. Definitely doing shows and meeting those like-minded people is going to be the first mode of making friends that you're going to have over the course of 4 years instead of just sort of panicking trying to find a group.
There are probably many tens of clubs on your campus. Getting involved, finding people that like to do things that you like to do.
There's also residence halls too, like
Yeah.
at least at PLU we have different like wings that represent different sort of areas of focus. Like next year we're living in the environmental and social justice wing. It'll be really cool to meet people with like that sort of mindset and like
Yeah.
share our experiences with that.
And that's another thing that I think is interesting. Like right now we live in Hinderley, which is the like sort of arts creative hall. I think it's gonna be really interesting living in a place that's an interest of ours still, but not something that's directly our major. We spend all our time doing theater and doing theater with the theater people, but then also getting other people that share other interests so you're not with the same people all the time. The next thing to keep in mind is that at the very beginning of the year, people are crazy because everybody's coming and everybody just wants friends. You're probably going to go through a lot of different people. That sounds terrible. You're gonna just go through people
Disposable.
before you find the people that you actually want to spend your time with.
I think one thing that I was nervous about coming to college was that it was going to be like camp and I was going to like show up and we're going to live in these places all near each other and everybody's going to be like staying up all night. I like my sleep.
Me
And I
too.
Like, yeah, I like my alone time. I think that we are both like extroverted. Like,
Yeah.
I am an extrovert till the day I die.
Me too. Sometimes you just need to recharge.
Right. After like a week of people going through NSO is what we call it, which is new student orientation, where there's like icebreaker games for days.
It's crazy.
It calms down.
And definitely at the beginning of the year, people are really surface level. Even if you try not to be, when you are suddenly around so many new people, you're trying to put your best foot forward, you're trying to make yourself seem personable and sociable and cool, but not like too serious about anything. It's just a lot to think about that probably people aren't even consciously thinking about. It can be really stressful, and a lot of people probably aren't going to present their true selves. Once people sort of find their niches and settle down and figure out a routine and a rhythm to being in such a new place, people sort of actually become themselves at that point.
It was just very stressful having to make 10 first impressions every minute.
Every minute.
Especially those first couple days. You feel like you're repeating, oh, hi, I'm Morgan, I'm from here, and I do theater. To everybody, and it just seems so impersonal. And then you get used to life, and you meet happy people.
Kind of along with that, I guess I can't really speak to this, but I feel like it's probably a good idea to not start dating someone right away, just because of what we just said. We both came into college in a relationship. Had I started dating someone right away, it would have been really bad.
Yeah, especially because we go to a very small school where like a lot of people know a lot of people, and that would have just been very messy. Think about like first semester of your first year here, you already have bad blood with somebody if it doesn't end well.
Get some sleep. That's the next thing on the list, is to get some sleep. And do your homework! Do your homework, you fool. People take the fact that they're going to $1,000 place to get an education so lightly sometimes.
Yeah.
It's definitely not this way with everybody. Oh, I'm just gonna skip class today.
Yeah.
That hour of learning is $300 worth of learning.
Yeah.
Get your money's worth, or your parents' money's worth. Don't make your parents pay money in vain.
Your poor mother.
Your poor mother, your poor father, they work so hard. First semester sucks with a capital X. That's the next thing on my list. Don't think that the way that you start off college is the way that it's going to be for the rest of your your time. Morgan and I both had not the ideal first semester, but now we're loving life. We're about to go to IKEA with a bunch of pals.
Happy pals.
Happy pals.
People that are positive and supportive.
Yes.
Find those people and don't listen to the other ones.
Things will get better. Things might get worse from time to time.
When they're worse, they can only get better. And sometimes you lose your mind. And I found out if you go to bed and you just recharge, you wake up, it'll be fine. Because odds are you probably only slept 3 hours last night.
You didn't take care of yourself.
If I have learned anything being at college for just a semester and a half, it is self-care. I think it's something that I certainly neglected first semester. First semester was fine. It wasn't like the best or anything, but it was just a transition. It was a transition. Yeah. Through the hard parts of that, I definitely learned that self-care is something that I not only don't do enough of, but is so important that it should be the first thing that I am trying to do.
Self-care is something that I really like try to be cognizant of, and it's something that I really think is the first step to being happy, is to take care of yourself. Sometimes self-care doesn't just mean, oh, I'm gonna go eat a bucket of ice cream tonight. Self-care. Sometimes it means saying, no, I can't hang out with you tonight. I need to get a good night's sleep, or I need to work on my homework. Or saying, okay, what are my priorities? Let me sit down and really figure things out. Sometimes self-care is hard, and that's why I think it gets so neglected. Dedicating time to figuring out what those things are that make you feel recharged, whether you're introverted or extroverted.
And self-care will also help you find those friends that you should keep. If your friend asks you to go to a party on Friday night and you say, no, I gotta work on my project, or I need to stay home and go to bed early tonight. Those people that are understanding are people that you should keep around. The people that just sort of forget you if you're not coming out all the time, those are people that you could do without.
Good tip.
Ladies and gentlemen, self-care, like Cassie said, it doesn't mean ice cream all the time. Sometimes it means healthy food.
Oranges! Next year, we can have Sunday tea talks.
That's so fun! Get ready.
Get ready. Sunday tea talk series with Morgan and Cassie and possibly special guests.
Cecilia, you're gonna come and you're gonna do Sunday tea talk.
Coming to a different place is confusing, and even if you're extroverted and even if you've always had a good time making friends, I've been to 2-week summer camps where I've made friends that I still talk to. One of them is going to come to PLU because we still talk. College is very intense because you come to this place and then you're suddenly there, and it's where you do everything. When I came to college, I felt like I needed to do something with people all the time. I felt like if I was eating a meal alone, I was like a bad person, a lonely person.
No, I know what you mean.
And things like that.
I love eating by myself. I ate breakfast by myself this morning. Yeah. I had an awesome freaking time.
You think about when you're at home, I would often come home late and not have my family to eat with, and I would just get myself something and eat by myself, and it's a normal thing to eat by yourself and to do things by yourself.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing! But then when you come to college, everybody's always doing things with each other.
It's the fear of being left out. I think that's very dangerous to feel in college. You're going to feel that way at some point. Maybe you're not feeling a party tonight, but you don't want to not go to the party when everybody else is going to party. I know I did that a lot first semester, and I would get invited to go somewhere. I would stay home to recharge or to get some work done. I think that's a lot of how I found my real friends that would, you know, shoot me a text the next day and like ask to like still get food instead of just sort of forgetting because I didn't go to that one thing. Something that really random that I thought of that was kind of weird. I was driving yesterday and my Google Maps says PLU is my home now. And so like I press home to come to PLU, which was like a very weird transition because I feel like just as I made like beautiful, wonderful friends here and I feel like I can come home to like my room and feel like I am in a safe space, just as that really hit me and like I have my place here, technology told me that I do.
I don't know how close you're going to live to your home that you came from. We're both pretty close. I think we both went home fairly often per semester. I think you went a little bit more than I did. I would go home about once a month, maybe twice a month, because we were both in long distance relationships at the time. I'm planning on making a full separate video about long distance relationships. I think that going home so much first semester also made me miss out on, not that I wanted to go to parties or anything like that. If I had been here every single weekend last semester, I wouldn't have wanted to spend every single weekend just in my room doing homework.
I think I went home the majority of weekends first semester, which no doubt had an effect on my mind of where home was. Second semester, I have stayed here the vast majority of the weekends just because I'm happier. As I got happier, it really spiraled, and so I stayed here and so I got happier, and I really feel like I'm my best self.
The last thing that is on our list that we wrote is don't expect to know everything right away. I went to a 7-year school, so I was at the same school for middle school and high school. By the time I graduated, I was the shit. I knew everything, I knew the ins and outs, and then you come to college and you're like, wow, I am back to square one. I know absolutely nothing. There's gonna be some things that are easy to figure out, and hopefully you'll have a lot of really great resources, but don't be afraid of asking questions, I think.
You're here to learn in a lot of different ways.
People change in life. You will change in life, and don't be afraid of that.
Once you start to embrace it, it keeps going in a positive direction if you are not afraid of change. I think that that's probably like the issue that at least I had in first semester, was fearing change. The sheer amount of change was an amount that would make anybody afraid.
And a lot of people leave after the first year or after the first semester.
So many people left after first semester. We made it.
Yeah,
We're
we
here.
made it 1 year through.
Yay!
And we're gonna be back next year. Nobody can tell you what's right for you. Sometimes you just know if you belong in a place. A lot of people give up before they really give themselves a chance to figure it out. Life tends to work itself out. Be reassured in the fact that if it doesn't feel exactly right or exactly like you expected at first, you might end up hanging out with a group of friends that you didn't even know half of them at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, and going to IKEA to eat meatballs. And have a really good time on a fine Sunday.
Do you have any closing words?
Just be yourself. Sounds cheesy.
Yeah, and don't be afraid of being a different self.
Be open to whatever is thrown at you in this new space that you are about to call home, and that your Google Maps is about to call your home.
But also do a lot of self-reflecting to make sure that the person you're becoming is on track with the person who you want to be. Because that's what college is for.
Woo!
Spending money and making friends and learning and trying to become an adult.
You'll find your group at any school too. They're somewhere. Just keep your eyes open. Don't try to be somebody else, like what Cassie said.
There are good people, there are real people, there are genuine, supportive, kind, honest people everywhere you go. But sometimes you just have to be a little patient before you find them, which sucks. But then when you do find them, you'll be roommates with them.
Yes! And you'll have stars everywhere.
Yeah! Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out my vlog channel where I have all kinds of fun adventures of various types.
I know, I'll check it out.
Thanks, Morgan. Check out my Instagram. I can link Morgan's Instagram down below so you can check her out because she is a beauty queen and a fantastic person. Let me know if you have any other questions that we didn't answer. Let me know what school you either go to or are going to or want to go to, depending on how old you are. Do something that makes you happy. You deserve it. Say, okay, bye.
Okay, bye!
Bye!